Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's JD, part of the Straight Neck crew. Just want to let y'all know that we have over 30 episodes that have not been uploaded to YouTube just yet. You can check those out in our link tree in the description below. They're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you will also get all of our socials, our Twitter and our TikTok. So make sure to check that out. And if you like what we talked about today, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, comment. We would really appreciate it. So on to the show. I was gonna come with the intention of just bringing us straight up playoff basketball, bunch of good matchups, and then what was it? Yesterday morning when this happened?
It broke out.
It broke out yesterday morning.
Saturday, I think.
My boy got caught with another gun on IG Live. What do y'all make about this? Please tell me what y'all make about this. What does our future look like? What is this?
Man, we bunch of fucking clowns.
Is it
Memphis is a clown ass team, bro.
It's like, do we even root for this team anymore, bro? What do we do?
I don't know.
Where do we go from here, bro? Why I keep saying we like I'm on the team, but where do they go from here, bro?
I mean, it's not a good look. Is my mic on?
I hope so.
You might have to like adjust it to be like this and shit.
Like this?
Yeah.
Is better?
Yeah, that's better.
But I mean, I really don't. I don't know. I mean, I'm still ride or die for the Memphis Grizzlies, but at this point, I'm just not surprised, bro.
You're not surprised?
I'm not surprised.
You didn't think y'all was gonna change his ways?
I mean, I thought he would, but it seems like almost he's doing it intentionally now. Because at this point, I mean, we never really saw any of this until Josh signed his contract. You know, after he got paid, all of these things are starting to pop up. So that video, I mean, it was obvious that he had a gun. And I had a few problems with that video. I mean, one, it's like on Instagram Live, right? It's not like a video where you just recording with your friends. I mean, I don't have a problem with him owning the gun or even having a problem with him flashing the gun, you know? It's just one of those things that if it's being recorded, you know, maybe it was a regular video that like his friend could just save and drive, you know, one day they'll look back and see that they were years ago, you know, just turning up, having fun, listening to the young boy. But the fact that he was on Instagram Live, you know, IG Live and broadcasted to pretty much the entire world. Mm-hmm. And he saw the video too, you know, his friend recorded him. And then after that, you know, he put the camera back on him. And that's when he flashed the gun. So at this point, I feel like Josh just doesn't care, you know. So, I mean, you could say that it may be the people that he's around, but even then, you know, he puts himself in those positions and it just isn't a good look. So I'm not surprised that that I saw that video again. I mean, this is like the second time he's been caught with a gun.
Second time in 2 months, huh?
Yeah, I feel like he just doesn't care. So why should I?
So, I mean, there's multiple things that I gotta say about this. I kind of already told you, Dylan Brooks was just getting scapegoated, bro. Man, did one bad thing, talk shit. He got a lot of texts, dirty plays, but man, there's an elephant in the room. Like, it was a fat ass elephant. Some dude, 5 incidents up to that point. Now it's this is number 6. So there's been 5 incidents up to at that point.
5? Where you get 5 from?
It's been on, well, let's see. The Indiana Pacers is one. Punching a kid is one. The finish line, that's another. Him on Instagram Live at Denver. There was an incident when he went to his little sister's game here in Memphis, volleyball game. And they confronted a teenager and smashed her phone. Like, dude,
yeah, that's 6.
Come on, bro.
Not even including this one. That's 7.
Oh my god.
No, that's 5. This is number 6.
I
mean, that we know of. Who knows what else is out there?
We can't even keep up anymore.
So I mean, like, come on, bro. It's a big elephant in the room. He's supposed to be our number 1 option. Bro, I'm saying this as a Memphis fan. I've been a fan, like, as soon as I started watching Marc Gasol versus Clippers and all that shit. Nah, but this ain't it, bro. We ain't gonna win no championship within 2 years with this shit.
This ain't it.
Next year, we definitely will not win one. The year after that, we will not win one. Year after that, maybe.
I wonder how long he's gonna be suspended. You know, 'cause he was already suspended 8 games. And then now, it's kind of like they already warned him multiple times.
It was a slap on the wrist, really.
Yeah, I mean, I know that they said he was going to some place in Florida, rehabilitation. And he didn't go. It's just like a PR move. I feel like no, he didn't. You didn't have John Morant visiting anybody talking about his what he could do better. It was just like you said, a slap on the wrist. So it'll be interesting what the NBA does now. I don't think that it's in the Memphis Grizzlies' hand. I think it's like up to the NBA now
Yeah, at
on
this
what they
point.
do.
Yeah, it's just too much at this point.
Uh,
Like, I think Adam Silver is a little too soft on the players. He's too pro player.
Well, I mean, we're about to find out what they're going to do because, I mean, I don't think we've seen something this
All
extreme.
I'm gonna say, bro, if David Stern was still in charge, this shit would never got to this point. He would have shut that shit down. As the first incident, called John Morant to New York NBA headquarters, and he'll have a real talk because he had a real talk with Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony back in the day at the time was a bigger star than John Morant, and he got him to chill the fuck out. You would have got John Morant to, you can be all that shit out the fucking league, or you can be in the league and.
Then when Gilbert
Play your
Arenas got kicked out of the league, David Stern was in charge, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen. I mean, this is like the first like big thing to come out
Major.
controversy since like I think it's like Miles Bridges, and Miles Bridges is out the league. Like he's not even in the league no more. So I don't know if he's too soft on them, but Miles Bridges did do some like some crazy shit. So we're gonna find out what he do. But when you say like you don't see it and us and I keep saying we and the Grizzlies winning, is that coming from a place of the team structure or because y'all think he's going to keep getting in his own way? Like, do y'all even see him changing?
I mean, I didn't see it actually affecting the Grizzlies season. I mean, if he misses game, that'll affect it, but I don't think that.
Or the championship hopes. You don't see that affecting
because
it.
Ja's still a superstar in the league, If he cools down, and just chills out, then if you put the right pieces around him, the Grizzlies still have a chance of, making a deep run in the playoffs. So I don't feel like, his off-court things are going to really get in the way of what they got going on in the season, unless he does get it suspended and, Memphis approaches this season with trying to be the targeted team again. But as long as they're cool, calm and collected, and Ja just cools down, don't make the headlines for something like this again, I still got my hope in the Grizzlies. I'm pretty sure they're still going to be a good team, still well coached. It's just unfortunate that the players that are on the Memphis Grizzlies who have the most eyes on them are just doing the worst things on the team, But
Well, we got one down. One is going to be on another team next year. So then the other one is going to be suspended. I think half a year suspension or a 20. I think 20 games is too light, bro.
I don't see this team. Who's supposed to be
I think you're the one. Yeah, you're the one
Who's
that's saying
the
they're
leader,
not a
bro?
championship.
I just don't see it. Like, you could be a great team, but championship is a champion team. They're not just great, they're phenomenal. They have to be phenomenal because throughout the whole season, they have to be clicking, getting their shit together. And when it comes to playoff, they got to knock out, 4 teams? And that's a 7-game series. You're not playing against the 13th seed, the 8th. You're playing against, it could be the 4th seed up to the 2nd and 1st seed, the further you get down the line. So I just don't see Memphis having a good leader. They just don't have the guy that they can rely on. Like, because John Morant, as phenomenal as he can be, just like Kevin Durant, he's not a leader. But Kevin Durant needs a leader on his team to win a championship. So John Morant he can be on a championship team, but he isn't the guy.
But you don't think with the right moves and
If you can bring in like
veterans,
like it's not even just a veteran. You need like the guy, like he's gonna be the guy. Like when it comes clutch, that's who you need. He's gonna be not just on the court but off the court. He's saying all the right shit to the players in the locker room.
Are you saying like a leader, or are you saying
leader?
Or you
bro.
mean like a clutch performer when you saying the clutch?
Man, there's people that can be both. Like CP3, a phenomenal leader. Not anymore, but you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Like he can perform clutch. He was clutch as fuck against Memphis in the playoffs. Plenty of shots, even in the regular season. And he leads his team off the court. He, tells them what they need to know. I just don't see that from John Morant. And then just seeing him doing this shit off the court, how much of a good leader is he in the locker room?
Yeah, I think it's like interesting because, what he did was legal,
It's not even,
but
it's just like, come on,
it's just
bro.
like the image, because he still is
don't
Endorsed
even-
by Powerade. He's
Yeah.
endorsed by Nike.
He has a
his
money
signature shoe.
problem.
Isn't his Powerade shit over? Didn't they cancel that?
I'm not,
I think it's
I'm not sure.
postponed, bro. I mean, it's just fuck all the money. I'm talking about like, bro, you're supposed to beat our guy, lead by example, and you're doing this shit. I mean, fuck the money, fuck this illegal shit. It just, as a team, I just don't. Nah, you can't beat a leader doing shit like that.
I think
And then you get thinking of the context. This isn't number 1, number 2. This is number 6 now.
in 1 year.
Come on, bro. Every other month you doing something. Nah, pimp. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, bro.
The best hope case scenario is that he actually learns from whatever the whatever repercussions he faces is.
Or they
heavy
bring in
enough.
another Steven Adams type.
You said bring in another Steven Adams type player, yeah, and hopefully he just learns, man. Hopefully the fine or whatever repercussion he faces is heavy enough for him to realize what he's doing ain't right, bro. Whether
Yeah.
that's him losing his contract with Nike, that's a possibility. Like anything, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen at this point. No. Any more comments on Ja?
No comment.
Yeah, I'm just done with that, man.
Speaking of being done, New York Knicks got eliminated this week. We got that happened. I think that happened Wednesday. When did it happen?
Who'd you have? Knicks or Heat?
I don't really remember. I don't think
I think you said I ain't gonna make no predictions.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make any predictions at all. I'm not making predictions for next series. Like I'm done making predictions. Mine are dead. I had the 76ers and the Phoenix Suns being at the finals. Mine are dead, bro. I was way off by like a mile. So how are y'all assessing the Heat right now? Are they man, I just hate that I cannot get myself, can you say believe, to see them as contenders? Am I crazy? Are y'all seeing something that I'm not seeing?
What do you mean?
Yeah, these folks for real?
You don't see number 22 on
Are
there?
these motherfuckers legit?
Nah, they're not legit, bro. They're not.
Ah, shit.
They're not
It's
beating
bad.
the Celtics. Unfortunately,
They're not beating the Celtics?
They're not.
Miami in 6, bro.
That's
gonna be the same.
I'm not saying nothing.
Lakers in 6, Miami in 6.
I'm not saying anything.
I got a good record for the finals with the conference finals so far. I mean, hold on. Did we have?
Yeah.
Nah, wait. You had the 76ers, right?
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
76. I ain't gonna lie.
If I'm not mistaken. So,
Sorry ass team.
hey, y'all already know who's gonna be in the finals. It's gonna be Celtics and Lakers. Celtics and Lakers. It gotta be
I'm not saying
competing
anything. I'm not.
competing for that banner. I mean, there's no perfect script.
Shit,
It
it,
has to
will
be
be a
the
nice
same.
script. I ain't gonna lie. Or it could
But,
be a bubble rematch.
I don't know. I can't
Yeah,
count
it's pretty much already a bubble rematch now.
Yeah.
It's a bubble rematch. But
Yeah.
I can't count these folks out, man. I'm not gonna count them out.
So you got the Heat over the Celtics.
No, I'm not saying I have the Heat, but I'm not gonna count them out. I'm not gonna count them.
It's going.
They're ranked top 10 in clutch defense and top 10 in clutch offense. They have the most clutch wins in the league. They have the most clutch wins in the season. So that gives me hope about them. What doesn't give me hope is this series, particularly against the New York Knicks. I feel like they were matched up perfectly to win that series. When I mean that both teams can't shoot. And that's one problem that I see from the Heat going into facing the Celtics. They're shooting. They shot 30% against the Knicks from 3. And the Celtics in the Hawks series, they shot 40% and 38% against the Sixers. So when I see that, it's just very interesting to see. But I don't want to count the Heat out because we've seen what aggressive Jimmy can do. He's had days of rest to rest that right ankle, which I think kind of messed him up too. So I want to know what y'all see from them, from those two teams.
Not much from the Heat.
This one right here. So they tell me it's just gonna be a steamroll. The Celtics are gonna steamroll them.
I got the Celtics in 6. I mean, this is a different Heat team as well because they're still injured. And they did surprise me and shock me when they beat the Bucks, but I feel like they're going to beat the Knicks for sure, like 100%. But Celtics, that's just a whole different breed, bro. Like, no disrespect to the Heat and what Jimmy Butler is doing, but the Celtics are just like a completely different breed. At first, for the Heat, you had to worry about pretty much Jimmy Butler and Bam as your second best player. Now you got to worry about Jason Tatum. And remember what he just did? I mean, 51 points in the game 7. He could erupt any night, and that's not even. We haven't got to Jaylen Brown and all those other players who can make a difference on the team as well. So I just think that the Miami Heat are just overmatched, and the Celtics are. They just got the better advantage. They're a better team from top to bottom.
I don't know, man. I understand 100%. They are a different breed. No, they have a great team. They have Marcus Smart, a great defender and hustler. Jason Tatum, who can click any night. Jaylen Brown, who can also click any fucking night. Then you got Al Horford, a great big man that can defend at the rim and score and stretch floor. It's a great team. But this playoffs, specifically Jason Tatum, he hasn't been performing like early on in the game. And I think I don't know. I just don't know why that happens. Like occasionally he'll just go dead.
I mean, yeah. Like the 76ers and Celtics game, the game before the game 7, when he just only had 3-4 points for the entire game, and then fourth quarter he just
weird.
took off. If it wasn't for that,
it would have been blowout.
It would have been raps for sure. The game would have been over, and we would be talking about the 76ers going against the Heat in the East Conference Finals. But yeah, I just don't see Miami beating the Celtics. Celtics are healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They just got a better team, and after seeing what they've done, like especially to the 76ers, the MVP is on the 76ers teams, and they just blew them out game 7. They were like a no-show, James Harden and Embiid. So it'll be a tall task for the Heat, and I don't think they'll be able to do it.
They got potential though.
Yeah, I'll give them a puncher's chance.
They did it to the Bucks, and everyone had them winning the finals.
Yeah, they've proven me wrong multiple times, and they got Eric Spoelstra too. On top of that, and defensively, they made one of the best teams left in the playoffs defensively, along with the Lakers. You can even argue that they're a better defensive team than the Celtics at this point. And it's going to be interesting to see because they run a lot of zone. And you do have 2 non-shooters at the end of the day on the Celtics where you have – it's going to be interesting if they do the Robert Williams thing again. They did against the Sixers where in the game 7 where fucking Embiid had like the worst night in the season, where he had his worst like shooting night of the whole season. And then alongside, you got Marcus Smart and Derek White, who aren't dependable shooters. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. So that's why I'm not going to completely count out the Heat. I don't even think they're overmatched by like, oh my God, it's such a mismatch. I want to see this. I think each game is going to be real scrappy, and the Heat are going to make it that way. They're going to make it a grindy game, and I want to see how that goes. So I'm not going to get a prediction though. I ain't giving no prediction. I'm going to predict it on game 7.
It's only 4 teams left. Come on, you gotta give
I'm not predicting yet, bro. I'm not predicting. I'm done.
Lakers gonna win it all.
That's
my prediction.
My predictions. I'm done with predictions. I'm just looking at what's ahead, and that's it, bro. I'm done.
I mean, yeah, we talked about the Celtics, but we gotta talk about the 76ers as well.
Oh man.
I mean, it seems like this team is just like cursed. The personnel they have, I mean, James Harden is cursed. Embiid is cursed. Doc Rivers, cursed. All the leads he's blown in the playoffs.
All them game 7s. He's 4-10.
Yeah. Before we move on to the Sixers, I do want to say that Julius Randle needs to get traded. Julius Randle needs to get traded from the Knicks.
Wow.
At this,
it's Julius Randle, bro. What do you expect? You think he's going to go crazy in the playoffs time or something?
Nobody showed up but Jalen Brunson. The dude had 41 points, 11 for 22. Emmanuel Quigley didn't show up. RJ Barrett was 1 for 10. Julius Randle 3 for 14. Just pretty much a non-factor the whole series, bro.
Not surprised.
He needs to go. He needs to go, bro. He needs to go. Only person to stay there is Jalen Brunson. And I don't know why Derrick Rose or Evan Fournier didn't at least see like a minute in the series at all. So I don't even know Tom Thibodeau was how we seen how coaches are getting fired. I don't even know he stayed with the Knicks.
Yeah.
I just need to say that. I'm not gonna lie, like that's frustrating. I just had to let that frustration out. Julius Randle gotta go, bro. He's got to go.
I
I think every Knicks fan agrees that he's got to go. I'm not a Knicks fan.
Julius Randle.
That's your boy, bro.
Just say
Julius
everybody.
That's your boy, ain't it? Julius Randle.
I'm just seeing it from an unbiased perspective, bro. He got to go. You performed that bad?
Yeah.
Bro, he averaged 18 points off like 30% shooting and 20% shooting. Like, come on, man. Like, you got to go, bro. You got to go. Get out of here.
Switch it up.
But yeah. But on to the 76ers. You said his record is in game 7s, though?
4-10.
That's not bad, though.
About to say, boy,
I mean,
that shit's
the
horrible.
leads that he's blown, though, it's just...
Yeah, that was a question
know.
I had. Do y'all see Doc Rivers still being with the Sixers?
You saw his post-exit interview?
What do you say?
Man, he said, I guess so. I got 2 more years here. Bro,
Guess so.
he doesn't even seem like he wants to be there, bro. They're going to say, get your bitch ass out of here.
Do y'all think at this point, with all the years that he's been there and the amount of talent that they've had since he's gotten there, that he just pretty much had lost the locker room? Like, how do you even bounce back from this
I think,
after getting your ass kicked, handed to? They didn't just get beat, bro.
dude, something's going to happen in the offseason. Either James Harden's going to leave, Doc Rivers is going to be gone, or
Like-
some shit, bro.
Like in the third quarter, they literally just gave up.
Yeah.
And like in the fourth quarter, their bench unit was already in. Like it was over, bro.
I mean, yeah, it was a close game. They pretty much through 3 quarters, and then Celtics went on 33-5 run or something, bro.
Yeah,
in the blink of an eye.
I swear to God, the Sixers were stuck at 65 for like 7-8 straight minutes.
So
Like they
long.
could not score a
That's
bucket.
ridiculous. I mean, Harden, no show in the fourth quarter. I think he only attempted like 1 shot, and that's if we talk about the other games as well. In the fourth quarter, he takes like no more than 3 shots. So I don't know what was happening to James Harden. I don't know what happened to Embiid. I don't know what happened to the 76ers. Look, the best player on the team was like PJ Tucker. I mean,
Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris was aggressive as well.
Yeah, to start off the game, he was aggressive.
Yeah. And then I don't know what happened, but Celtics just wasn't missing. And a masterclass from Jason Tatum just brought them home.
Yeah, he broke Steph Curry's record from like 2 weeks ago. We just got the Game 7 record broken twice in the same playoffs.
Crazy.
Trivia question. Who's the highest paid player on the 76ers? Can you guess? If you would have to guess, who would it be?
Harden.
I don't think so. I think Harden like took a pay cut or some shit like that.
Who's the highest paid player on the 76ers?
Like, is it Tobias Harris?
It's Tobias Harris.
Uh,
And when you're getting 12 points per game from a dude that's making almost $40 million a year,
I mean, not even in playoffs.
what the fuck are you doing?
I haven't heard about Tobias Harris the entire season.
Well, not 12 points. I think he's on like 17 points, but still.
Bro, he's been quiet the whole season, literally. The
He's getting
entire
paid
season.
$39 million a year. He's the highest paid. Well, until next season when Embiid's contract kicks in, he's the highest paid player on the team, bruh. Tyrese Maxey, they're lucky he's on a rookie extension, bruh.
Makes no sense.
He gotta go. Him and Doc Rivers gotta go. And
James Harden said he has strong interest in going to the Rockets.
Let him go.
Hold on.
Let him go.
Hold on, Pim. And there's some interest of him going to the Suns.
Let him go. Let him go. Fuck he wants.
The Suns, bro. This morning I saw that shit, bro.
It's too soon. I think it's just too soon.
At this point, Harden has built a reputation, in my opinion, that he's gonna get you wins in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, you can't count on him, bro. And I think Embiid is starting to build a bit of a reputation like that too, because his Game 7 and playoff performances ain't good either. His stats go down during the playoffs and during Game 7s, elimination games to be precise. So Sixers are in an ugly spot. They got a lot to do. They're really disappointing.
Disappointed.
Super disappointing.
Very disappointed. I mean, they look great though when they were up 3-2.
Yeah. If Harden would have come out with like 25 and Embiid would have scored 30 and they would have lost a close game, maybe in overtime, like, okay, we talk differently about them. They got their fucking ass handed to them.
Yeah.
That was bad. Like, that was embarrassing, bro.
In the blink of an eye too, just boom.
Yeah. And now you're starting to see it kind of, I think the 76ers were really just outmatched in a way because I saw, what was it? In total, the Celtics won their game by a total of like 19.2 points per game, like the margin of victory for them against the Sixers in the series. And the Sixers only won their game by 5.8 points. So like every time that the Sixers were losing, it was an ass whooping. And every time the Celtics were losing, it was like a close game.
It's been that way for years. The 76ers just don't do good against the Celtics. I remember B talking about it like a couple years ago. He was just like, there's no rivalry. The Celtics just always kick our ass, and they're still doing it to this day. It's like their kryptonite.
So what do you guys think? It was a disappointment. It was a failure. Just like Giannis, it was a failure. I'm just playing. But no, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. All that shit we were talking about with Jokic, like he don't show up in the playoffs and he's a fraud MVP. Nah, pimp. Tables have turned.
I mean, well, the MVP's though.
Yeah,
it's a regular season award.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take that from Embiid.
No, I'm talking about like
he dominated the.
No, I'm just saying how they would say he wins MVP and then performs horrible like in the playoffs.
I mean,
tables have turned.
They got a point. Oh, you're talking about Jokic? I mean, Jokic is proving people wrong, but I mean, we're not there yet.
But yeah, I think James Harden might leave. He's gonna be out that motherfucker.
Good possibility. That's a really good possibility.
I hope he goes to the Suns. Fuck the Rockets.
Oh, he go to the Suns. Like he chasing KD around.
Maybe or
I don't
think Harden wants to actually be that explosive anymore and be a scorer. He wants to just facilitate the ball now.
I don't even think they'll be able to sign him to the Suns though.
Oh man,
no,
shit.
They can't.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got you right here, bro.
They have they still got those 4 players.
KD, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton.
They're probably going to trade DeAndre Ayton.
Chris Paul.
You want to talk about the Suns or
hold on? No. Cameron Payne and Shamet. Those 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 6 players alone put them over the luxury cap.
They're going to take
like $20 million. Bro.
DeAndre Ayton is going to be traded. They're sick.
But how much value does he have? Him and Chris Paul.
But like you said, how much money does he take up in the cap?
I didn't look at each, but all 6 of those players.
But he takes up a good chunk though.
Yeah.
So if you get rid of his ass, you can bring in a James Harden. He's probably not gonna want all that money. He might just do a year like he's been doing, and just take a small little thing to chase a ring.
Just the issue right now is how valuable are those players? Their values at all time low.
Yeah.
Aiden's out of low. CP's out of low. Like, who the fuck wants to trade for CP3? Who wants to take on that big old contract for a 38 going on 39-year-old player who is injury prone? And then you got Aiden, who's averaged like 10.8 points.
Indiana wanted him.
Yeah, but now they see that he averages 10.8 points in the playoffs.
Shit, they may still want him, but on a discount. That takes off. That frees up your salary cap, and I don't know shit. Who knows what you might get from that?
Oh yeah, and that got me thinking. The 76ers, I'm telling y'all, they chose Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler. And you want to know why they chose over him? Because an undisclosed high-ranking worker in the 76ers front office said, how are we going to control Jimmy? About his temperament. And that made Jimmy not want to come back to the team.
I mean, he never had a temperament, though. He just kept it real. He wouldn't.
But they didn't like that. And they kept Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler. And now look at them. It just made me think, like, 76ers front office deserved, because they were like, they're playing like the blame game. I think everybody gets blame at the end of the day. Everybody got a piece in it. James Harden has a piece in it. Embiid, Tobias Harris, everybody, pretty much. The front office, how they've handled it.
The coach.
The coach, for sure. And then they just sprinkle on top that they could have had the best. I was on Sixers Reddit. They're like, they really could have had one of the best playoff performing players on their team instead of Tobias Harris. Just think about that.
No, because they didn't know how to quote unquote control someone. Like, what do you mean control?
To let that sit in. That's such a Sixers thing.
But I guess in their defense, the times were different then. That's still when they had Ben Simmons and
True. JJ Redick.
Yeah, they had a squad.
That was their best chance to win a championship right there.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's so stupid.
Front office. But I know who has a good front office.
Who?
Y'all already know
Look at
who.
that.
The team that made it all happen. The team that started off 2-10. This team.
Oh, man.
I even wrote a note right here. Everybody got a whole page and a half for their series, and then the Lakers Warriors. I'm gonna let y'all talk about this. I'm gonna let y'all carry me. But
man, them Warrior Dynasty It's over, bro.
Why?
Why?
Why is it over?
I'm gonna tell you why. This ain't me. This is from the mad people on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking mad dumbasses. So they said LeBron figured out the Warriors. He got them figured out. What do you guys think about that stupid ass statement?
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know if I think it was just a bad matchup. I think the Lakers was just a bad matchup for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Did you have the Warriors though?
Yeah.
So how's the bad
That was before,
matchup?
but that was like in the beginning when I was making predictions.
Nah.
I'm telling you, I'm done with the predictions.
Oh man.
I see more clearly now that the rain has gone. You know, like
Yeah.
probably didn't get the reference, but I see better. That's why I'm not about to hop on here and be like Nuggets in 6, Nuggets in 5, Nuggets sweep. Nah,
Lakers
I can see a world where the Lakers beat the Nuggets, but I can also see a world where the Nuggets beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
You can't play the safe game though, bro. You got to give your take.
No.
Wow. Why
Is
can't
this
you
a hot
give
take
your-
podcast or is this just
No,
a
it ain't
bad?
hot
I'm
take.
It's a
just,
whatever
It's
podcast.
us
I'm not
analyzing the
giving.
teams.
I'm analyzing, but I'm not gonna give hot takes.
It's not hot takes though.
It's just a
what-
guess.
Yeah, it's what you think would happen.
Do I look?
Who
do I look-
cares?
Do I look like Big Perk? Do I look like Big Perk?
Hey, but there's a difference between giving a hot take and being a dumbass. Come on, bro.
Do I look like I work on first take for you, bro?
You ain't saying outrageous shit. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Like,
At this point,
Six.
there can be a hot take now because if you really think about
Who do you
it,
think's gonna win?
yeah,
I don't
just
know.
any team
Who you-
can really win.
just-
I don't know.
I mean, we know the Lakers gonna win, but even if you said another team, I mean, it's not a hot take. I feel like.
Fun
But
fact: when the Lakers beat the Nuggets, they were both really different teams in the bubble. They're not even the same damn roster. This
Yeah.
is a complete
I
whole
think the
different
Nuggets
roster.
were injured too.
They had
No,
they had Jamal Murray. They had Gary Harris. Michael Porter Jr. was coming off the bench. Paul Millsap was starting. And who else they had?
They had Will Barton.
Yeah, and Will Barton. It was a different team. It wasn't the same
Yeah.
team. It's a very different team. They didn't have Aaron Gordon either.
It's gonna be a good series though.
It's gonna be that's gonna be a good series.
It's tomorrow night, ain't it?
That's the one I
Yeah.
hope. That one's the one that I want to see go Game 7.
You know they doing the lottery picks tomorrow for the draft.
Oh yeah.
Think like first 14 teams they're gonna ditch it out.
Hell yeah.
So we're gonna find out who gets Victor already. According to y'all, bro. I think Scoot Henderson can be number one.
But I'm gonna keep my opinion that I think Anthony Davis is still the most important player in the series, even this series. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Before we move on to like the Lakers and Nuggets, we do have to talk about the Lakers and the Warriors because I mean,
No man.
we got to talk about it. You said
Yeah, we kind of
the
skipped over it.
dynasty is the dynasty over. I think it is. I think the Warriors dynasty is over. I mean, I thought that it would have been over last year, but no, they proved me wrong. But this year, it's definitely over because if you want to break it down and look at the Warriors when they were a dynasty, those players, literally every player on that team, they're not the same. From their best player, Steph, because Steph is still playing at an all-time level, and we forget that he's old as well. You know, we always talk about LeBron being old, but
35, isn't he?
yeah, he's 35. He's old too. You know, Curry's old too, but he's still performing at a high level. But even then, I just don't see that same Curry. You know, that Curry that we feared each and every night that could go off for 40. You know, there's been games where he struggled. There's been games where he just doesn't seem the same. Of course, he still explodes, but I feel like
He didn't do it against the Lakers though.
yeah, he did it. He did it, and it was credit to the Lakers. It was just how they played him. They were just wearing him down, put a lot of defenders on him. They were getting out to him early and forcing others to play make or make their shots. But I mean, Steph, not saying that he isn't nowhere near the same. He just I see like a little
Regression.
a little regression. Again, he's still the greatest shooter of all time, and he could always win you a series, multiple series. But I think the Warriors were just overmatched with the Lakers. They really didn't have an answer for AD, and that's their best player kind of regressing. If you want to break it down to Klay Thompson not the same at all. We can say that with 100%. That's a fact.
What did he go 3 for like 18 or something like that?
I mean,
last game.
3 for 18.
And they were open looks he was getting too.
Open looks,
Open
you know?
looks.
Lakers play great defense, but a lot of those shots were open. You know, open looks. He's just not knocking them down. Draymond Green, still not. You know, his role has changed. He isn't that offensive. Not even a threat, but he really doesn't look to score anymore. He looks to dish the ball out to the other members of the team, and they're not knocking out a shot. So Steph has regressed. Klay Thompson is the same. Draymond is Draymond. Jordan Poole regressed. I mean, if we take a look at what he did last year in the finals, I mean, he was a big part of why they won. Now this series, this playoff slump that he's in, or was in
It lasted all the playoffs.
the entire series.
Literally.
So they really don't have. I mean, Andrew Wiggins. I know that he was dealing with some personal stuff, and
He still showed up though. He
Yeah.
did. He put in his contribution.
I think
played
Kerr said
solid.
something about the last game. He was like something was going on with him, like he was hurt or something, and then he still like got in the court
Yeah.
and whatever. But
I think Andrew
mean,
Wiggins is underrated in a way. I feel like he's an underrated player.
Yeah, so as far as the dynasty, I think it's over. They got to switch some stuff up. As far as LeBron figuring them out, I don't know if LeBron figuring them out. LeBron has always outplayed, the Warriors. Literally every matchup that they've had, LeBron has always been the best player on both teams, whether it was the Cavs and Warriors or whatever the case may be. But they just had the better team. So I don't know if he figured it out or figured them out. I just feel like they're always just overmatched when they went against LeBron with the KD Warriors and even the 15 and 16 teams with the Cavs being injured. So it was great to see those two players go at it, though. Curry and LeBron. Maybe it's the last time they'll ever meet in the playoffs. We never know.
Yeah. I don't know if the dynasties. Well, when we say dynasty, the dynasty is like for certain that they're gonna win a championship. Yeah, those days are over. I feel like there's teams in both conferences that are better than the Warriors at this point. How they are, and you're right. They're gonna have a lot of questions to answer because you just paid Jordan Poole, and do you want to keep him with the big money you gave him? You paid Andrew Wiggins big money.
They better not keep Poole.
Draymond has a player option coming up, so he could potentially walk, and you never really know what that's going to lead to if he walks. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to pick it up because it's $20 million. I don't know, another team offers him that, and if it doesn't, he's going to pick it up. So he's going to eat up the salary cap. So you're pretty much looking at the same team that you got this year, next year, and if it's the same team, they're not winning. I mean, it took a historic game from Steph just to get you past the Sacramento Kings in the first round. And next year, I mean, the West isn't going to get any easier. It's going to be the same. It's going to be tough. So the dynasty over in terms of them being at the top and being like the for certain, hell yeah, they've been over. Like that's been done since KD left, to be honest. Those days been over.
Yeah.
But I still think that with some right moves, maybe they trade Kuminga or Moody and try to get something and move some stuff around, get a big man. Like they never addressed the big man issue, and you saw that. It was apparent in the Lakers series. Like Kevon Looney's the only big man out there, and I remember that saying like they need a big man. They should have went out and got like Jakob Poeltl. He was like the big name going around. So there's still stuff that they can add and address, but again, they're tight on money. They're tight on assets. They're like a lot of teams. They're just real tight, and they're gonna have to make like some smart moves to be competitive again.
I think this shit might be over for real. Like in spirits for the Golden State Warrior fans, it's still alive, but no, man, I think it's done.
What do y'all think about the series in general, though? I know the Lakers obviously won, but
I'm surprised.
I know you had the Warriors
Yeah,
winning.
I'm surprised, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't see them just like losing in 6?
No, I didn't see them losing in 6. I think I was really disappointed in Clay and Jordan Poole. I didn't expect them to play that bad, especially after Clay went off and went game 2 when he had 30 points, 8 threes. I thought, yeah, he back. And he just never played like that again.
What do you mean, especially Clay?
Because he went 3 for 18 in an elimination game.
What about the other games? He performed way better than Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole been asked this whole playoffs.
I was just disappointed in both of them.
But
They're both disappointing.
They're both disappointed.
I think Jordan Poole was more disappointing. Like,
really? I think it's Clay.
I mean, Clay, game 6, it was just horrible, but at least other games he performed and showed up somewhat. Jordan Poole was just a non-factor.
I mean, but did you have high expectations for Poole in the first place?
I mean, I would if I was the Warriors paying him that much money. I mean, you got to think about that. You put that much fucking money and you're investing in this motherfucker, and this is what you get.
True.
Yeah, and we can't forget, remember when Stephen Curry went down in like the middle of the season and Jordan Poole was going crazy? He was averaging damn near 30, looking like Stephen Curry's like twin out there, and you just didn't see that this series for whatever reason. But I'm really impressed with the Lakers. Like, as much as y'all say that I hate on them and I shit on them, nah, they got something for real. Dennis Schroeder on the defensive end, he's a dog, bro. I didn't see that out of Dennis Schroeder. I guess I just ain't been paying attention to him like that, but yeah. And then D'Lo, when he has it on, he adds like another element to the Lakers scoring wise. And he's gonna have to show up versus the Nuggets big time because you're going against Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray likewise is gonna have to show up. But I'm jumping the gun. But I don't know. That's what I thought about the series, and I see how important AD is. And for the first time in a really long time, I would say that LeBron is not the most important player in a series in his career anymore. Any other year, I would have been like, LeBron is the main X factor. He's the one that's going to show up. It's not like that anymore. It's kind of like for me, you know what you're going to get from him at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting AD to perform. Like, to me, he's the best player on the Lakers. And he's like the most critical when it comes to them winning.
Yeah. I agree. I do feel like AD is he should be the best player. He should have been. Even in 2020, LeBron shouldn't be the first option or the best player on your team at this point in his career. But he has shown that he has. They're pretty much head to head. But if AD is able to dominate and play his game, there's no question that the Lakers are winning it all. It's at this point I'm pretty confident in what the AD has shown so far in this playoff series, and not even AD, but just the Lakers in general. I know that we said it before a while. I mean, Ish said that the Lakers are going to win the finals, but the reason I say that and the reason why I'm so confident is I just feel like they have so many pieces, right? You don't have to expect 30 from LeBron each and every night. There's been games where the Lakers have won. AD hasn't even really been dominant. There's been games where D'Lo has stepped up. Dennis Schroeder stepped up. Lonnie Walker the other game. They sealed the deal against the Warriors. They just have so many pieces, and they're just so versatile. Rui Hachimura, from top to bottom, they just have so many pieces they can interchange, and they all play defense. They all know their roles, and their defense. They've still had the best defense in the playoffs still. So it's just the matchups as well. The team that they're matching up against. I feel like the Lakers are a bad matchup for the Nuggets, but I guess we can talk about that.
You think they're a bad matchup for the Nuggets?
Yeah, I don't think that Jokic wants to see AD because, well, I'll leave it at that. I just feel like he has to work hard.
Speaking of that matchup, bro,
that's what we're gonna be looking at.
AD is gonna be going against Jokic right now, and potentially in the finals, he's either gonna go against Al Horford or Bam. And all of them, none of them can hold AD. As great as they can be, they're not going to hold AD. And don't forget that Anthony Davis is also one of the best defensive big men. So when it comes to that matchup, and he gets all them rebounds too when he really goes after them. He got, like 20?
Yeah. Multiple 20-point rebound games. He is the best defensive player right now.
He gets blocks. He alters shots so you don't go in there because he's more than likely going to contest and throw it off. So when it comes to that, I just don't see. I don't know. Jokic might give him the best run for his money.
I think so. I feel like Jokic should deserve. He's pretty much the MVP as well right now. If Embiid didn't win it, but I just feel like Jokic is going to have to work so hard, on both ends, right?
Right.
He has to not only worry about offensively playmaking and scoring the ball, rebounding, whatever. He also has to play defense now against AD, and that's kind of going to wear him out. But I would say, besides AD, the Lakers really don't have another body to put on Jokic as well, so he's going to take advantage of that. They might throw Thompson on him, just because a big body, but Thompson, that's just the big body. That's the only reason they'll have him out there. But
it's gonna be a big sack of meat getting pushed around and fucked up. AD, what worries about AD is again he has those up and down. Homie, you can't play like that against Jokic. Jokic hasn't had a bad game yet in the playoffs yet. So offensively, I have way more confidence in Jokic. And y'all said that AD is going to make Jokic work. Jokic is going to make AD work.
Right.
He's going to make
what I'm saying.
Work.
I think he's the number one guy that's going to give him a run for his money.
What makes it so fun to see this matchup is that AD has gone against Xavier Tillman. And for all respects for Kevon Looney, he's a dog, bro. But at the end of the day, he's not a top center in the league. And so has Jokic. He's going against Rudy Gobert, but he had his way against Rudy Gobert easily. And DeAndre Ayton. So both of them haven't seen an elite center until they're matching up right now against each other. So I think that's what makes it so so fun to watch. And while I don't want to really predict anything, because I'm just trying to like observe and just soak this in, and it's gonna be a crazy matchup.
Lakers in 6.
It's gonna be a fun matchup for sure.
If we get 2 Game 7s, I'm gonna be so happy, bro. I'm gonna be so
it's
fucking
gonna be-
happy.
Lakers in 6, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't see it going to Game 7. I don't see either series going to Game 7.
I don't know, but Celtics and Heat, bro, I don't know.
That's gonna be
That's
a
just-
fight, man. It's
It can be what? I don't know. It could be 5. It can be 6. It can
It's
be
gonna-
7.
It's gonna be a gritty matchup. It's gonna be gritty, bro. It's like so far the 2 series that the Heat have played in, it's been gritty, bro. They've
Yeah.
been gritty,
the
low
Heat
scoring,
culture.
You play to their tempo, grittiness, like for real. And the Nuggets and Lakers, I see that one going 7. If anything, I would see that one going 7 for sure.
6.
Both series going to 6. Lakers and Celtics.
I'm just trying to see a good series, man. I'm gonna play in neutral. I'm gonna play in the neutral zone.
You just gotta wait 24 hours,
I'm in Cancun already, bro.
Okay.
I'm done.
What
bruh.
do y'all think about the Suns firing Monty Williams? Or
Just
dismissing him?
Just another case of
Hey, that's fucked up to say. He's been dismissed.
it's just
Like,
another
damn.
case of the coach getting scapegoated, bro. Honestly, I think Monty Williams is like their like percentage wise their most winningest coach in history, and you
Yeah.
fire him over a bad series against the best team in the West, where your 2 best players had only played like 20 games together, barely, and you fire him. I mean, at the end of the day, Monty Williams wasn't the problem. He's not the problem. It's the structure of the team. And bro, they're about to have so many free agents. TJ Warren's gone, Terrence Ross is gone, Josh Okogie's gone, Damian Lee's gone. Tell you, those 6 players, KD, Campaign, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, are the only players that are going to stay on the fucking team. And Shamit, they're the only 6 players they're keeping.
Yeah.
They're about to have 9 empty roster spots,
Mm-mm.
and you fire Monty Williams.
James Harden gonna be one of them.
I mean, you might as well blow it up.
You said blow it up.
Yeah.
Hold
Blow that
on, bro.
bitch up. Keep that
Hold
6 and
on,
blow
man.
all that shit up.
I think
agree.
I didn't say blow up, but I think what the fuck you fire Monty Williams for?
Oh, no,
They gotta
that's
switch
just
the stuff up.
stupid.
Like,
That
I
was
mean-
kind of stupid, bro.
I think what they saw was back-to-back years, or just every time that the Suns have something to prove, they just don't show up. And this was the worst game that they had in the series. This game 7. So it was just the look. It's just a bad look. You can't get blowed out by 30 points. You just can't do it. So I think that's why they had to point the finger towards somebody. Can't point it at KD. Can't point it at Devin Booker. Can't really point it at Chris Paul. He was injured.
Yeah.
What are you gonna point it at? Aiden?
I mean, he's kind of getting the point, kind of. But
Yeah.
you
And
can't
the
you can't
coach.
fire him. He's under contract.
Yeah.
Shit, they're gonna trade his ass.
So they got rid of Monty Williams, which is crazy because all these coaches of the years or coach of the these coach of the year finalists are all getting fired. All these coaches win a ring and then the next year they're fired. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't know. I just feel like
Ain't
They-
nobody safe.
yeah, nobody's safe and Monty Williams just had to go. It's just a disappointing loss.
I would love to see him go to Philadelphia once Doc Rivers gets fired. I don't know why. I would like to see Monty Williams go to the
Philly?
Sixers. Yeah. I think they probably more than anything need a change of voice in the locker room. Get Doc Rivers out of there. Just put Doc Rivers as an analyst or something on TV.
Crazy though, but all these superstars or all the teams that we had like in the Western Conference or just in the Western playoffs in general, all these stars are like gone. KD's now gone. Devin Booker's gone. Kyrie and Luka's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, all these teams that we thought would make it that far, they just didn't show up.
3 of the superstars left have never won a championship.
Yeah,
Jimmy
kind of.
Butler has never won one. Jason Tatum's never won one. And Jokic has never won one.
That'll be interesting.
The Lakers are the only ones that have won one recently.
Dang, those players, they're not gonna get a ring either. Cause the Lakers gonna get another one. I'm telling you right now.
Back.
But it does make me question about
Damn.
like legacy though. Because the Phoenix Suns, they have a lot of players who need rings, right? Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. I feel like he needs a ring as well. I know he got 2 with the Warriors, but I'm not gonna count those.
Yeah,
So
we can save that for the summertime when the season's over. I'm not gonna lie.
shit. I'm just fine.
I'm pretty adamant. I'm pretty adamant about that. Anyway, we're gonna have to revisit that whole situation. We should do that on the podcast. A little segment, revisit the past years, kind of refresh our brains on shit that happened.
Been a wild ride.
Like the 15 Hawks, when like the whole everybody but Damari Carroll was an all-star and they got swept by the Cavaliers.
Best team in the East.
Mike Budenholzer was a coach.
Bro.
Isn't it crazy? Like the past 5 coaches that coach a championship team are off their team now. Mike Budenholzer, Nick Nurse, Frank Vogel got fired. And who else? And Steve Kerr's the only one that stays.
Is it Dwayne Casey?
No, it was Nick Nurse. With
Oh,
the
yeah,
Raptors,
yeah.
with the Raptors. Yeah.
They say he
Interesting.
might go coach for Suns.
Man. Yeah.
I think KD likes him and shit.
Who knows, man? We about to see some changes. A lot of teams are gonna get some changes.
Draymond Green gonna go to the Lakers.
Stop it. Draymond Green stay where he at.
I see him in like Detroit.
May want to be a bad boy.
Or Orlando. I don't know. Just see him somewhere.
Put him
bro.
on a young team.
Yeah. Bring to Memphis.
Hell no.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that would be funny as fuck.
That would be funny.
Now, speaking of Draymond, I think I saw something where it's like the Warriors. There's just a lot of different things going on with the Warriors this season too, and that could have just attributed to their downfall, like with Draymond's punching Jordan Poole
in the face.
Yeah, I saw something that said Gary Payton said when he returned to the Warriors team, the energy and vibe was just off. He felt like everyone's kind of standoffish into themselves. So like
Damn.
there are a lot of like just hidden things that were going on with the Warriors that we really never saw. And of course, Andrew Wiggins had that personal issue. Clay has been in the slump pretty much his entire like playoff series. So yeah, back to that dynasty is gone now, bro.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever.
It's fun while it lasted.